Shirley, I got this at Hobby Lobby. Thank you, Cheryl Hendricks. I appreciate that. Hi, Maureen. Okay, let me flip this over. These tall things make me have to stand, and I'm getting to the point where I don't like to stand in my old age. It's harder to bend over and do all this stuff. I do know that Linda, who is in our group, put a Highland cow up for auction. And Cindy Wiley has a cute gnome with a Highland. So there are a couple of Highlands already over there. And there's some really cute vintage items, like for Easter. You know, all that paint I bought the other day, and it's all still in the back of my van. So I have to mix up my own burnt umber here. Like, I don't know where to put it once I get. My kids only call me when I'm live. Let me take this down just a little bit. Oh, and tomorrow is Fabergé eggs. I gotta figure out what the heck I'm gonna do for that tomorrow. You'll be able to catch it here on my page and over in the Sparkle Room. They have 16 different presenters working on these type of eggs. Mine, I think I'm going to keep it simple because I'm not fancy. I don't do all the glitter and sparkle stuff, but I think I'm going to make an old-fashioned sugar egg. If I take a few minutes out today and at least figure out how to do them. Oops. So I have found some more surfaces. I'm going to really work on Highland cows this summer. And I got a wood canister set, a bag holder, tons of different pieces that can go in a kitchen with Highland cows. And of course, Facebook is frozen for me. Do you guys notice how horrible it is on Facebook lately? Surely you don't have a Hobby Lobby. Darlene, you're at a craft show. Wow. What area do you live in? Because we have no craft shows around us this time of year. I'm in Illinois. Now, I take that back. There is one at the fairgrounds tomorrow, actually, now that I say that my daughter's going to. It's not my kind of craft show, so I won't be going. I went last year, and it was more her style of stuff, more of that boho, and I'm kind of the traditionalist. If I go to a craft show, I want to see things like what I do. I want to see people painting Highland cows and cute door hangers and all those kind of things. Even though I'm really into macrame and love that stuff, but okay, let's give this little guy an eye up here. That's not the complete eye, but I need to do that. Are there craft shows almost every weekend? Wow. We used to have a lot of them. You know, I did craft shows for 25 years, and The only one that is still around that I always did was in Belleville, and it's down by St. Louis, always the third weekend of March. That was the only good show here the last few years. I quit doing them back in 2019. That was the only good spring show we had where you could actually make money. I mean, there's home and garden shows, there's little craft shows, but I mean the big ones where I don't mind paying, $300 to $500 for a booth if it's a good show. We don't have shows like that. You can find the little shows, yes you can, but I'm not going to go set up a full booth, and I'm not interested in going and just making $300 or $400. If I'm going to take the time to go and do a show, in fact, it used to be that I wouldn't do a show unless I made at least $3,000. Then the shows started going down, and it got to the point where I wouldn't do a show unless I made at least $1,000. So those days of making really good money, I can't find those shows around here anymore. I've got a 7-hour display when I go set up at a show. I don't have just the table and whatever. It's a big production when I have to go to a craft show, so I'm kind of over them. So that kind of craft show we don't have many of until fall, and then we have some. Well, you're lucky to live in that area then, because we don't have them here. They are of course, I'm in small town Illinois, and in order to even get to a decent show, you have to drive to St. Louis. Chicago's not that great anymore. Chicago was more the Donna Dewberry style people did really good, the fine artists. They don't want my country stuff in Chicago. And Indianapolis used to be good. Okay, let's put some hair on this. Oh, Shirley, you've got a shop? Yeah, those are nice too. My friend Sherry here, she's on the Virtual Home Decor Marketplace as well, and she has a shop here in town, and she does pretty well with it. I've kind of gotten lazy in my old age. I'm good sitting at home and selling it online. I just don't have the, especially on those ones where you have to get up real early in the morning. I'm not an early riser. I can stay up late at night, but we used to have to do some shows where you had to be there, sit up on the street while the street was empty about 10 o'clock at night. And yeah, I'm just too old. Shoot, you know what? My daughter lives in a bigger town. It's not real big, but she has Target and all those things. And I've pretty much decided that I love living in small town America because I don't have any options. I don't have to worry about where to eat at night if I wanted to go out to eat, because all we've got is McDonald's and Dairy Queen and Pizza Hut. And I don't like making decisions, and I'd probably be broke if I had all those places to go and shop at. I'm happy with our new Dollar Tree Family Dollar. I feel like I'm living the high life at the moment. and other people in town. When I was at exercise the other day, one of the ladies said, "I think you're the only one in town who really likes our new Family Dollar Dollar Tree." And it's like, of course, because I'm crafty. Not crafty, but I love their surfaces. For everybody else in town, it's kind of like, wow, what are we going to do with all these Dollar Tree items? I don't think a lot of us like driving at night anymore. Something happens to our eyesight. And even my daughter kind of lives out in a subdivision here in town. And I don't even like driving out there at night because they've got so many people who walk. I can't see those people until I'm right up on them. And some of them don't get over. And it's like, oh, people, if you knew what kind of drivers were out there, you wouldn't be taking that chance of pushing a stroller down a road that people can't get over on. Ugh, it's a scary thing out there. People just walk and they expect you to see them, and I don't see them. Okay, let's... what do I want to put? I want to put Small Town USA on here. And finish up his hair in a moment. I'm going to get the writing done. I don't know how this paint is going to work on this surface, but actually it's going to stick. Oh, maybe. Make sure, let me grab my other liner brush. I have to make sure my brush is really dry for this. Oh, Shirley, I painted the cow inside of my Painting of the Month group. That is $17 a month, and I went through it step by step. I did that inside of my paid group. I don't do it, because they're all paying for it, so I don't ever go step by step on my public page. But they have gotten it kind of reminds me of when I started gnomes and I had that gnome obsession. Now my obsession is highlands. Okay. In fact, we started one highland cow, and then, come to find out, I pushed the delete button during the part where we were adding the hair. So I had to do it a second time. Well, then it turned out to be a totally different looking cow. So I'm up to take 3 on a highland cow because it's hard to make them look the same each time. Every time you do them, they're different. And there's so many different colors. That last one I did, the white one, he's my favorite. I love the white one. He looks like a big shaggy sheepdog, actually. Okay, we got one word in. Then we're going to work on his hair a little bit. The white one is my favorite. He turned out so pretty. But it'd be hard to recreate him again. I don't know what it is about these things, but so hard to reproduce it again. Okay. In fact, I'm going to try to get 2 more teapots done for the auction today. I'm going to do one with an Easter scene and one with a cow. I made my own brush the other day. Let me see if I can find it. I started cutting on it because I didn't have the right brush that I wanted. Oops, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Except it's hard as a rock. Let's see. I know, I think that's why I like them, is they all take on their own personality. And there's really no right or wrong way to do them. This one's going to have some spiky hair. And then I start covering up what I've already done. Bring that down a little bit further. I get that blow dried, otherwise my colors just start fading into each other. Hi, Diane. Thank you. Let's write the word town and get that out of the way. Oops. Kind of a with these. Wish that stand came off. Oops. Okay. Like, don't breathe or it won't work. This is a hard surface to paint on. Okay, we got small town. Got that part done. Whew. Hi, Barbara. Let's see. Let me shade him a little bit more. And then I think he's about ready. Okay, I think he's about ready to add the final. Oh, we got a little bit of highlighting real quick. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Oops, got my sleeve. Man, our wind is just wicked out there. Clean my muzzle up just a little bit. Okay, let's add in some strands and this guy will be done. Oops. Every time I put new strands in, it totally changes his look. Okay, let's go with some just white. Whew. There we go. I think I'm gonna work on that muzzle just a little bit more. I can't get that. I have to sit down with that on my lap and get that rounded out a little bit more. I'm just going to bring this actually right over his nose. I get it dried up because now they're all blending together. And we'll pull some more hairs out this way. But that's pretty much it. Oh, I gotta put USA, don't I? I'm going to add in a few more strands. Those take me a while. Oh, Lee, you're going to be a Highland cow collector here before long. They're so cute. It kind of reminds me of when I started gnomes back in 2018, 2019, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, nobody liked the gnomes, but they became awfully popular. Especially inside of my painting group, everybody was like, nobody buys gnomes. That was the biggest thing I heard in 2020 when I started my group. My first project was a gnome, and they all went kicking and screaming saying, no, nobody will buy those. They did. I'm telling you, everybody needs some Highland cows in their life. I got a huge picture at Hobby Lobby with 3 of them. I'm obsessed. And now it's